Blue Jays really need to start locking in and forgetting about that hair thing. Aaron Bragg to right.
A great play by Sean Green, who has had some defensive problems, but in this great throw to cut down Scott Hatterberg at the plate.
8th assist of the year. Bottom 8. Red Sox are up 5-4. Jim Corsi leaves the pitch over the plate. Wrong pitch, wrong time. Delgado, second home run of the game. It's a 5-5 tie. Now to the 9th, same score. Tim Johnson brings Randy Myers in. Non-save situation. How about a non-win situation? How about a losing situation? Nomar, 2-run shot at 7-5. Bottom 9, Flash Gordon.
Look at this fastball right by, Jose Cruz was just starting to swing when that ball's in the glove. And then here it comes, the nastiest of them all, curveball. Tom Gordon right now, the best reliever in baseball.
Red Sox were real tired, too. They got to New York's LaGuardia Airport at 6 p.m. last night because of bad weather.
He does. There's Garciaparra, 2 on, 2 out in the 3rd. His 7th homer of the year, 3-run shot. Red Sox go in front 4-2. Sox also flashing some leather. Jose Canseco ripping one down the line. John Valentin gets Shannon Stewart at second. The replay confirms what we already suspected. That was a great play. Top of the 8th, 5-3 Red Sox. Troy O'Leary added into that with his 13th homer of the year. Solo shot puts the Bo Sox in front 6-3. Same inning now, 7-3 Red Sox. 2 runners on for Darren Bragg. And ain't bragging if he can back it up. His 4th of the year. Red Sox in front 10-3. They cruise to their 4th straight.
Decisions. Kamara Barti came in 0 for 4 with 4 Ks in his career against the Rockies. He struck out 2 more times on this night, but he did get a hit. Bottom 6, Jays up 3-1. Mike Stanley against Seth Grassinger. Drives it. Master of his domain. 11th of the year, Toronto goes up 4-1. Top 9, Jays had 5-1, and Clemens was bringing the gas. Damian Easley just toasted. Clemens gave up 1 run, 4 hits. He notched a 10K game for the first time this season and went the distance for the first time. Blue Jays win.
Yuck. Winning percentage, both below 500 since the 93 series. The batting average, both hovering right around 260. And the ERAs for both teams, nothing to be proud of. Only Schilling remains from the 93 Phillies club. 4 Blue Jays still call Toronto home. Henkin, Guzman, Sprague, and Tony Fernandez. There's Schilling saying, you know what, I remember that 90. That was so much fun back then. Bottom 3, the Phils are up 2-zip. Tyler Green caught in a jam. And on 2nd and 3rd, nobody out for Jose Canseco, and he waited on it. Oh, what a snare! Mark Lewis, great defensive play. But you know what? Bad defensive plays would hurt both teams.
Yeah, the Phillies early on were playing brilliant defense. Here, Rico Brogna bobbles, or feels it, but throws it late to Tyler Green and throws it behind him. Then Scott Rowland, noted for his good defense, can't field this Sean Green grounder. Rutherford grabs it. Phillies gave up 3 runs in the 4th inning.
6-5 Phillies. Bobby Abreu singles to right. This scores Mike Lieberthal, and then Sean Green will throw to 3rd, wide. Kevin Jordan scores what would end up being the game-winning run. Nuss. Manager Johnson wanted to see in the
4th home run of the year, and it's a 1-run game. Still 2-1 with the bases empty as we take it to the 3rd. And Doug Glanville, the former Cub, comes alive. What a season he's having. Off Juan Guzman, it's his 5th home run of the year, but it's still just a 3-1 game. By the 7th, the Phils break it open. Rico Brogna hits a 2-run homer, and Alex Arias is aboard, and Glanville gets his first multi-homer game of the year. Bill Risley put one up on his chest. A 2-run shot. It's his 27th multi-hit game of the season, and the Blue Jays get shut down again. This time it's a 10-6 count.
Carlos Delgado in the 4th with a man on. Delgado is now hitting 17 straight. Felipe Crespo come on down. Delgado with a triple. We're tied at 1. Next batter, Mike Stanley in an RBI spot. Popped up. Bobby Abreu catching. Delgado testing Abreu's arm. Here's the throw. Here's the play at the plate. Mike Lieberthal in the way. Delgado nails him and scores. 2-1 Jays. Lieberthal didn't get the ball and then got punished. Phils put 2 on in the 8th, down 3-1. Rico Brogna flies to left. Crespo near the wall, makes the grab. Jays take another from Schilling, 3-1. Chris Carpenter gave up 1 run on 8.
Marlins and the Jays. Bottom 6, Blue Jays down 3-0. Clemens against Brian Meadows. He chops it. Clemens the bare-hander and the inning. Top 8 is still 3-0 Marlins. Second and third, nobody out. Sean Green scorches one to right center. Felix Hernandez scores. Shannon Stewart will score, and here comes Jose Cruz Jr. right there. Actually, it was off Felix Hernandez. It cut the lead to 3-2. Actually, they ended up tying this thing after 8. Game would go to extra innings. Marlins in their rally caps because they've lost 11 straight. Levon Hernandez pinch hit, struck out. Randy Myers worked 3 innings for the first time in 4 years. Crowd of over 17,000 dwindled to about 300. Top of the 17th, Carlos Delgado. A hit to left. Felipe Crespo comes around to score. The Jays appeared to go up 4-3, but the Marlins protested, claiming that Crespo missed third base. Take a look, see what you think. Looks as if he got it on the inside there as he come by, but the appeal was upheld. The run was disallowed. Tim Hallion standing by his ruling. So in the bottom of the 17th, Todd Zeal. Lines one to left. Here comes Todd Dunwoody, and the Todds get it done for the Marlins. 4-3 the final in 17 innings. So the Marlin 11-game losing streak against him.
And there is Woody. Council takes him yard. Solo performance. His second home run of the year. We're tied at 1. And then Woody steps up to the plate. And now that Council is taking him deep, he's going to try to hit one right at him. And he does. Ooh, bad hop. He caught Council right in the face. Take another look.
When you see him start to circle the ball and bounce back, actually knocked it off his glove into his face. Guess you call that looking it in. That's not exactly what he wanted to do. But he had the right position.
More problems here. Levon Hernandez to shallow center. Shannon Stewart can't get to her. Dave Berg, who started at short, would come around to score. 3-1 Fish. And then the Blue Jays stay in it. Carlos Delgado has left the building. 2-run home run, 9th of the year. Just like that, the lead has disappeared. It's tied at 4. Bottom 9, Marlins with a potential winning run on second. Edgar Renteria pinch hitting. Gets it done. Jose Canseco, his throw to the plate. Not in time. And the Marlins win by a final score of 5-4. Woody Williams continues to...
7th inning, bases loaded, score tied at 3. Matt Manti facing Jose Canseco. He must leave. Canseco would come right back, though. Well, actually, several innings later. 10th inning, that's what he did. Came back to hit that thing. Bomb, 19th of the year in front of his home people. Toronto wins it 4-3.
Guy, though, and he got us standing up. Carter would then help his new team and hurt his former one. Top of the 3rd, Jays up 1-0. Second and third, Carter facing Juan Guzman. Lines a bullet to left, and Jose doesn't have a clue. Lost it in the lights, I guess. 2 will score, Bordick and Anderson. Joe Carter gets a triple. He was 2 for 5 in the game with 3 ribbies. Now 3-1 Orioles, bottom of the 3rd. Mike Mussina gets defensive help from B.J. Surratt. Came a long way for this one, and then made a great basket catch. Takes an athlete to make a catch like this, and B.J. is an athlete. He can also hit. Top of the 5th. Orioles up 3-1 off Guzman. Sugar Mr. Poon, the fat fly to right is gone. With the glove and with the bat, B.J. is the man. Orioles win 9-5. Mike Mussina gets his first win since getting his...
For Tony Fernandez, the key play here, third base coach Eddie Rodriguez. Take a look at the windmill. Here comes Juan Samuel Rodriguez, the key windmill, and let's see what happens. He's in. They take the 9-7 lead. That's huge. Nice job, Eddie. Top of the 9th, Rafael Palmeiro facing former teammate Randy Myers, and Rafi getting big in a big way. 17th solo home run. Remember that? Eddie Rodriguez wave home. That's the key difference right here. 3 batters later, run around first for Cal Ripken facing Myers for the first time ever. Rips grounds into the 4-6-3 DP. Blue Jays hold on. Randy Myers pitching against his former team for the first time, picks up a 7.
Bottom of 3, Jays down 2-0. And with that, you get egg roll. Jose Canseco, 20th of the year. 2-1, the Orioles leading.
Oh, man.
Yeah, can you believe it? Bottom of 5th, Jays down 4-3, 2 on for Ed Sprague. Broken bat homer. Frank Thomas did that recently. Doesn't happen often, though. Camera guy digs it. Jays win it 7-4. So Roger Clemens struggles a bit, but he does.
Quentin McCracken. backyard. 1-0 Tampa Bay. Quentin McCracken, who is not known as a home run hitter, comes back up in the next inning. 2-0 Tampa. He's now a home run hitter. 2 in the game. 5-0 Devil Dogs. Bottom 7, McCracken facing Williams again.
Another 2-2 pitch on the way.
Oh, a little Sammy Sosa action. He went yard 3 times, but McCracken cannot. And Tampa Bay does win 8-7. McCracken 2 for 5 with 4 ribbies. By the way, McCracken came in. He's got 7 home runs in 67 games this season.
Up 1-0. Felipe Crespo.
Lifted into left center field.
It's lifted into left center field. Tony Fernandez, Darren Fletcher stand and score. 3-0. Pat Henkin going strong. Kevin Stalker laying down the bunt. Henkin, that's fancy. And he is much pleased. 7 in the 3rd innings. 1 run given up. 7th. Randy Myers, Jays up 3-2. Bobby Smith finds a place. Alex Gonzalez couldn't get there. After a fielder's choice by Kevin Stalker, scored Randy Wynn. That tied the game. Then Miguel Cairo wins the game. And Randy Myers can't hang on to bring him in, which was actually the 9th, is what that inning actually was, because your second 2 out. Rolando Araujo against Alex Gonzalez. Goes to right. Darren Fletcher's coming home. Dave Martinez on the hop, guns him. Fletcher would have been safe in company softball base path length. 6th inning, game tied at 1. Devil Rays, runner on second. Mike DeFelice to right. It's a double off Juan Guzman. Robert Smith, he'll score. Devil Rays lead it 2-1. Rolando Araujo made that lead stand. Vámonos. Viva la Cubano defectors. Araujo had a key fan support.
The Canadians of the American League came to Camden for a 4-game set. That's Doug Johns, the lefty, top of the first, no score. 2 aboard. Fastball to Carlos Delgado. It got away from Hoyles, and Shannon Stewart scores. More trouble on the 3rd.
Well, it's very similar. You got a runner on 3rd, Gonzalez. Now watch the pitch to Canseco. Down in the group by his feet, gets by Hoyles. Another run. It's kind of the theme of the evening.
Going to continue in the 5th. Shannon Stewart up this time. 1 on, 1 out. Johns goes low in the zone. Stewart, quick bat, slaps him in the left field. Just there. Watch the Orioles ball girl. Thought that it was foul. Wait a minute. Ask the crowd, not always the best authority. Who's this? Dave Steve. Gray-haired. Hasn't pitched in the majors in 5 years. Bases loaded. And he gets Lenny Webster to fly to left. That is the same Dave Steve who is a perennial Cy Young candidate. And he comes on and gets...
Anyone's keeping that close eye on my groin. Roger. Bottom of the 2nd, and that is Cal Ripken going deep, a solo shot. That's the first career home run that Ripken's ever had against Clemens. Now top of the 6th, O's up 4-3. Jose Canseco takes Pete Smith so deep, Jose knows it's gone as soon as he hits it. Game tied at 4. Into the 14th, 5 minutes before the 1 a.m. curfew. Dale Scott says, we're playing one more. Check it out, though. Top of the 15th, everyone's getting a little testy. Oh! Ray Miller pulls T.J. Matthews. Matthews gives him a little shove. These guys are going at it. They had to be pulled apart. That's Big Eddie Murray in there, making sure that they don't go to blows. You know, they're trying to get one more out, just as you heard there, bottom of the 15th. Down to their final out, Mel Queen says, give Bill Risley one more chance. Rafael Palmeiro says, I'll give you a chance. Let's all go home winners. It's a 3-run Johnson. Risley not happy because they're going home. Oh! Come on, Billy. If you'd thrown the pitch that well, you'd have got the guy out. 7-4 is the final. Billy's my friend.
Up 6-3. Harold Baines aboard for Rafael Palmeiro. Woody Williams gave up 3 home runs in the game. Palmeiro hit one of those shots. Lenny Webster hit the big one, a 3-run shot early in the game, and the Orioles cruised 11-3. Scott Erickson's 5th complete game ties for the league lead, and rests a fatigued bullpen from Friday's 5-hour and 49-minute 15-inning free-for-all. He's won 4 straight. Ed Sprague had different ideas. His team already up 1-0 when he unloads off Sidney Ponzone. His 7th of the year. Sprague would add another later in the game. He drove in 4 on the day. Pat Henkin was doing a lot better than Ponzone. Rich Becker, he's making more contact than he did since coming over from the Mets, but Alex Gonzalez with a leaping dive to rob him, easily doubling off Rafael Palmeiro. Then Roberto Alomar with a man on. We'll go the other way. Soft liner, Jose Canseco surrounds it. made the sliding catch, and then he'll double off. Harold Baines gets the outfield assist. The Orioles would strand 10 runners in the game. Blue Jays turning 3 double plays, including that one, and Carlos Delgado turning on this pitch from Ponson onto Utah Street. The 3rd player this year to do that, hit it out by the warehouse. Delgado's 10th of the year.
Bombinoza, 2-run job, 22nd of the year, 4-0 the Jays. Tony Fernandez, he was like a piñata at bat. That hurt. That was in the 2nd inning, and then Pavano drills him again in the 3rd. In the 5th, you will pay for your transgressions. Fernandez, the single off Shane Bennett. Carlos Delgado is coming to score. Mike Stanley will score. It's 8-1 Blue Jays. Way more than enough for Juan Guzman. 5 Ks in the complete game win. 14-2 the Jays. Easy winners here. First win for Guzman since May.
Shannon Stewart at first. The hit and run is on. A one-hopper, Brad Fulmer forces Sean Green at first. Stewart thinks it's a double play, walks off second. Stewart realizes I made a big mistake. I made a real big mistake out. And Tim Johnson cannot be pleased, and he's not. Bottom of the 7th, still tied at 1. Tony Fernandez off Fulmer's glove. Carlos Delgado comes home, 2-1 Jays. Fernandez ends up at 2nd. After a pass ball sent Fernandez to 3rd, infield in, Ed Sprague, Mark Grudzielanek. A-E-I, no O, but a U, and gets Sprague. No, he doesn't. It's wide. Fernandez scores. Chris Carpenter getting stronger. Shane Andrews, the F.P. Santangelo. Jose Vidro, fly out to end the inning. Carpenter struck out 5 in 8 strong innings of work. Jays win their 4th in a row at the Dome by the final of
Expo Darren Fletcher. Taking Sean Bosky deep to right center and off the wall. 2 runs come in. Fletcher 3 for 4 on the night against his former mates. Jays lead 3-0. Next batter, Ed Sprague. Sprague got it. 9th of the year, 2-run shot. Jays put a 5 spot up in the 1st inning.
I missed it and got it.
You did?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do another one. The Expos would chip away. Now 7-2 lead for Clemens in the 8th. Brad Fulmer rips Roger down the right field line. Booyah! Pulls the Expos to within 7-4. The Expos now trailing 7-6 in the 9th. 2 on, 2 out. Randy Myers gets Rondell White to fly to center. Sean Green puts it away. Jays hold on.
I didn't miss you that much.
7-6. It's the first interleague win for Roger Clemens in 5 tries.
This season, this time against Montreal. Vladimir Guerrero going deep to left. Canseco, still plenty of good seats if you're just driving around. Come on out to the yard. Watch Canseco go up and pull it down. Guerrero is saddened. 4th inning, no score. Mike Stanley, his 35th birthday, celebrates it with his 18th home run of the year. Also, there were pony rides at the party. 1-0 game. Woody Williams cruising. Mark Grudzielanek grounds it. Alex Gonzalez, festive play, one of 13 groundouts. Then in the 9th, Williams to Derek May. 1-12 flyouts. Blue Jays win this thing by a count of 1-0. Career shutout number 1 for Woody Williams, and his 2nd complete game ever.
The sprinklers on in the Canadian announcing booth. Well, those hijinks went on. It was an emotional night for Walt Weiss, who returned to the lineup, and Jose Canseco wished his son Brody well. He's in the Atlanta hospital after contracting E. coli. Carlos Delgado greets the Braves rather rudely again. A 2-run homer, his 13th of the year off John Smoltz, and Canseco gets into the act with his 23rd of the year. This 2-run shot extends the lead to 4-0 in the 6th. He's also tied for 41st all-time with Rocky Colavito. Blue Jays still at it. Ed Sprague, who was one of the heroes of that 1992 World Series, dinks one in there in front of Michael Tucker. Delgado comes around. The Blue Jays have 5 before the Braves even have a run.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
But the Jays' lead is down to 5-3 with Canseco facing Mike Cather. This beleaguered Braves bullpen. And Curtis Pride comes in to make a sliding catch. Fantastic effort, but Curtis injures his hamstring, and things are not going well this week for John Sherholtz's team. Even though they lead the East, they have come unraveled.
Maddox painting some corner on Juan Samuel in the 1st. Very next batter, Carlos Delgado, right back at Maddox, who makes the play. The Jays miss a chance to get to Maddox in the 1st. His best friend was home plate umpire Eric Gregg. Maddox Gets Alex Gonzalez in the neighborhood of the outside corner for strike 3. You can't touch Maddox with this strike zone. Delgado, he's made to leave. It was supposed to be a night game, but Maddox was working too quickly. Darren Fletcher, exit stage left. Tony Fernandez, bye-bye. Juan Samuel struck out 4 times. Maddox, a career-high 13 Ks on the night. Juan Guzman matching him until this pitch. Michael Tucker jumps one. Sean Green thinks he's got a bead on it. He's got no bead. Ryan Klesko would follow with a homer. Top 9, Jays down 2-zip, 2 on. Fletcher chops it. This is a 463. The Braves go on to win this one. 2-zip the final. As you can see the time right there, 1 hour and 46 minutes. He made it better all right. Maddox becomes the NL's first 11-game winner. Is he?
Randall Simon had 10 RBIs for Richmond on Saturday night. He's called up. Base hit as the Braves get 5 in the first off Chris Carpenter early on. More on him in a moment. What a day. Hey, Tommy Glavine, not only can he pitch, he can hit. 2 for 3. Down the left field line, Simon scores. Andrew Jones scores. 3 ribbies for Glavine, 7-0 Atlanta. Tim Johnson, can it be? 40-year-old Dave Stieb, his second appearance since back to the bigs.
I mean, this is just a nice little mop-up job here, but he did a pretty good job. Tried to get a little backdoor slider distance, but he came back with a change up to Michael Tucker that he missed. Went to 3-2. Breaking ball, struck him out. Pretty nice job by Dave Stieb. Amazing thing at 40 years old after missing 9 years.
Meanwhile, Glavine in control. That was only strikeout, but he doesn't necessarily have to do it with the Ks. Glavine joins Greg Maddux as 11-game winners in the National League.
On the mound, struggle. Jose Canseco.
Deep to left field.
3-1 Blue Jays, 24th on the year for Canseco. Next batter is Carlos Delgado. And as Kenny would say, home run. Solo shot, 14th on the year, 4-1 Blue Jays. Actually, I like that. I'm going to steal it. Bottom 4, 4-1 Jays. Alex Gonzalez, home run. It's mine now. I'm going to patent it. Trademark it, 6-1 Blue Jays. Rick Reed gave up 6 home runs in his first 15 starts, 4 homers Tuesday. Roger Clemens, all Roger, all the time. B-Mac down. And then Clemens against the former Jay, John Olerud. Backward K. And then final 2 outs in the 9th, Todd Pratt. The whiff, 11 Ks for Clemens. 141 pitches. Blue Jays win this one by the final of 6-3. Clemens.
Carlos Delgado with a man on second. Throws his bat at it. Bernard Gilkey and Brian McRae can't come out with it. Tony Fernandez scores to tie the game at 7. Dennis Cook. Hassan Chop. Bottom of the 8th, the Mets up 8-7 again, but Mel Rojas on the mound with 2 runners on, and Alex Gonzalez does his Paul O'Neill imitation. 3-run shot, 9th of the year. Jays score 8 in the 8th inning. Bobby V's 6 relievers gave up 12 runs in 5 innings. All 5 batters Rojas faced scored. Blue Jays win 5-1
on for Mike Piazza. Got a lot of it, not all of it. Sean Green got every bit of it. Great grab. Top of the 3rd, still scoreless. Piazza at the plate. 1 on, 1 out against Pat Henkin. It is deep and not playable. 5th home run with the Mets. His 4 previous ones, solo jobs. 2-0 Mets. 5-0 Mets, top 5, 2 on, 2 outs. Catcher Todd Pratt has just left the building. Do you think he was sitting on a pitch there? 2nd of the year. I like to talk like Peter Gammons does. 8-0 Mets, top 7, 9-0 Mets. It's Dave Stieb, the whiff on Ray Ordonez. Dave Stieb, a standing ovation in a 9-0 game. I don't know if it says something about Dave Stieb's determination or the lack of pitching in baseball.
Indy win. Had a pretty good game. Chopper up the middle. Alex Gonzalez, the nice pickup, but now has to pick himself up. Gonzalez looked to be injured, but he stayed in the game. He's tough. He's a baseball player. Bottom of the 10th, score tied at 2. Esteban Yan facing Ed Sprague. Hits him. Puts the winning run aboard. Enter 37-year-old Juan Samuel as a pinch runner. How many 37-year-old pinch runners do you know that can steal bases and easily? Now 2 out. Shannon Stewart up with Samuel on 3rd after another stolen base. Base hit to center. Sammy scores. Stewart finishes the game 4 for 6. The Blue Jays win in team skid. Springer against Hernandez. Tony Fernandez getting his hit on. Base hit number 1,320 as a Blue Jay. Tony Fernandez now #1 on the all-time Blue Jay hit list. Next batter, Carlos Delgado. Delgado doing work. Hits it down the right field line. This one will go all the way to the wall. Tony Fernandez on his giddy-up. He'll come in. The bad throw allows Delgado to go to third with the RBI double. Delgado 3 for 4 in the day. Jays up 1-zip. More Delgado. 3-zip Jays. Bottom 6 runners at the corners. 1 out. Carlos Delgado. W-E-F-U-N-K. We funk. Crushes the Matt Rudel pitch. 3-run shot, his 16th. Delgado later added his 17th for his 7th career multi-homer game.
Day before the All-Star break, Roger Clemens against Tampa, going for career strikeout number 3,000. Quentin McCracken, #1. Wade Boggs, #2. Mike DeFelice, #3. Miguel Cairo, out. So he's got 4 strikeouts at this point. Clemens going for number 3,000. Randy Wynn, ring him up, sit him down. Clemens becomes the 11th pitcher to record 3,000 or more career strikeouts, placing him behind Bob Gibson on the all-time list. Tony Saunders, meanwhile, against Alex Gonzalez. Saunders gave up only 1 run on 6 hits in 7 innings. Now in the 8th, Dave, tied at 1.
Yeah, bottom of the 8th, Tony Fernandez just yesterday set the all-time Jays club record for base hits in a career. Base hit to right, his 3rd hit of the game. Shannon Stewart coming around to score, and the Jays will take a 2-1 lead.
Top 9, that's the score for Randy Myers. DeFelice, the batter, gets jammed. Gonzalez makes the unassisted double play. 23rd save on the year for Myers, passing Raleigh Fingers and moving into 5th on the all-time saves list with 342 as Toronto wins it 2-1. A no decision for Clemens, who gave up 1 run and 5 hits in 7 1/3. His first career strikeout, Mike Hargrove, all the way back in 1984. Clemens now has 3,002 career strikeouts after striking out 7.
It's exciting when you look at the guys that I have a chance to pass, and it's pretty neat. I mean, I never expected it, and I just feel very blessed and fortunate that it's worked out this long, and I could be a power pitcher.
He's in Detroit to get it going again. Top of the 2nd, up 2-1 Toronto. Looking to add to the lead with 1st and 2nd. Alex Gonzalez pops it up. Justin Thompson lets it drop.
There's 2.
And the runners had to hold. Thompson takes the gift. He would escape unscathed as he got the 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Woody Williams looking to have an easy inning, but Davy Cruz taps his pitch and the throw, but it knocked out of his glove, and Ted Henry, the first base umpire, calls him safe. Another look. Delgado clearly caught the ball while on the base, then Cruz knocks it away. 2 batters later, Damon Easley hitting .417 with runners in scoring position. Base hit. Cruz will come around and score on the single, and the Tigers tie it at 3. Bottom 8, Tony Clark, Dan Plesac, and Clark wins that battle. Get out of town. His 18th of the year. Didn't mean it that time. It only put the Tigers up 4-3, although they would be able to hang on by a score of 4-3. Justin Thompson pitched 7 solid innings, allowing the 3 runs on 8 hits, but it doesn't.
Blue Jays Tigers, Brian Moeller, the story early. Top of the 4th, Sean Green, ring him up, sit him down. Next man up, Jose Canseco, strikes out. Next man up, Carlos Delgado, down he goes. Top of the 5th, 2-0 Detroit. Mike Stanley will chop one into the hole. Davy Cruz ranges to his right, great stop, long throw. Moeller had a no-no through 6, but would lose it in the 7th. Bottom of the 5th, 3-0 Tigers. Bobby Higginson, deep drive. He had 2 home runs in the game, went 3 for 4. He's now got 23 homers on the year, and Detroit wins at 5-2. Moeller didn't give up a hit through 6. And
we're in the bottom of the 1st, and Brian Hunter, thanks for playing the game. Damien Easley staring, and then Clemens. Higgins gone fishing. Bottom 3, it's 1-all, and the Rocket runs into a little trouble.
Bases loaded, 1 out, but talking about being able to field your position, this is something Clemens has worked hard from the first day he got to the big leagues. There he gets the safe out of the plate, and then blows away Louis Gonzalez with a fork ball to get out of the jam. Bottom 4th, and he was still blowing. I mean, Geronimo Barola, no chance against Roger Clemens up in the strike zone. Either Gabe Alvarez and Paul Bako. Cooperstown awaits.
7 for the Rockets. 7 1/3, 10 Ks. Ed Sprague's got his 96 form on. Game tied at 2 as he knocks this one for a solo shot. And then 5 batters and 3 pitchers later, Jose Canseco goes to right. It looks like Higginson, who's pretty reliable out there, lost it in the sun. We'll give him a double. And the Blue Jays go on to win 7-2. So this is how.
Bottom of the 4th, no score, 2 outs, 2 on the board. Juan Guzman's delivery to Lenny Webster. Bloop. Ball is dropped. 2-run score. Top of the 6th. Still 2-0. Nobody out. Rodriguez holding on to a perfect game. Until that, Fernandez. Tony Fernandez, career hit number 2,000. Still in the top of the 6th. 1 out. Fernandez has moved to 2nd. And Alex Gonzalez at the plate. 2 second, and Robbie Alomar makes it look easy. Still top of the 6th. Fernandez at 3rd. Shannon Stewart at 2nd. Now that we've introduced everybody, Rodriguez says, why don't I just strike out Sean Green with a changeup? 6 innings, 5 Ks, no runs for Rodriguez. Bottom of the 6th, 2-0 Orioles. Man on first, 1 out, and I think another one's gone out. Lenny Webster has just left the building. 4-0 Baltimore, 6th homer of the year for Webster, who goes
1-0. Bases loaded and 2 out. Woody Williams. Low. Eric Davis. He's coming in to score. 2-0. Next batter, Chris Hoyles. Obviously, Hoyles has gotten better from that hand injury he suffered when he caught Dan and I the other day. 5th homer of the year, 6th grand slam for Chris, 6-0 Baltimore. Top of 2, 6-1 Orioles. Felipe Crespo, little liner. Oh, Roberto Alomar making the play. Bottom of 2, still 6-1. Brady Anderson didn't like what he did. He's disgusted with himself. Hit it off the wall. I'm not sure what he wanted, maybe a homer. Alomar scores 7-1. Anderson with the double. 9-4 Orioles now. B.J. Surhoff, center field off of Robert Person, and it's near another human. 14th homer of the year for Surhoff. 11-4 Baltimore. Mike Messina in control. Carlos Delgado. Vamonos. Messina gives up 7 hits, 6 strikeouts in the game.
1-0. Frank Thomas, who was a brief teammate of Steve back in '93 on first, and Albert Bell. Smoking hot. Bell's 27th, 9th homer in his last 8 games. White Sox 2-1 now. Mike Caruso's our pick to click. You can put that one on the board. Caruso's 4th homer, 4-2 White Sox. That's your score in the top of the 7th when Keith Folk hits Craig Grebeck. Little hurt, lead off the inning. 2 batters later, Folk hits Shannon Stewart, and Jerry Manuel goes to the bullpen. So bring in Bobby Howry. And what does Howry do? He hits Jose Canseco. Loads the bases via hits batsman. Next batter, Carlos Delgado. Hits one, but just a fly ball to center field. Mike Cameron makes the catch to end the inning. That was an adventure. White Sox win 5-2. Steve took the loss and allowed 4 runs and 7 hits in 6 innings. I felt I had good stuff, he said, but
2 on. Chris Carpenter going after Frank Thomas. Just another case of the man keeping us down. And then Carpenter working on Bell. Makes him go away. Carpenter to Will Cordero. He was swinging. 4th inning, Carpenter's still working it. Bell's the batter again. Been hot. Misses that. Next batter, Robin Ventura. Swung at a high one. Carpenter, 10 Ks in the game. 5th inning, tied at 2. Carlos Delgado. Been struggling lately, but knocks this in. Shannon Stewart scoring. Toronto's up 3-2 in the 7th. Still 3-2. Stewart ripping it. Ray Durham after it. Initiates the 4, 6, and 3. Ray Durham's good. Bottom of 9. Jays up 5-2. Randy Myers to Bell. It's time to admit, when I umpired girls softball when I was little, I widened the strike zone to get home early for dinner. Blue Jays winning it by
Those are facing Sean Green. Green lines it deep, opposite way. This is one of the longest singles you're ever going to see, because that's all Green would get off of that. The Blue Jays would not score in the inning. Roger Clemens looking for a 6th straight win, cruising along, striking out Tino Martinez. 7 innings strong for the Rocket, 10 strikeouts. Darryl Strawberry, one of the victims, as was Chuck Knobloch. Bottom 4, Yankees up just 1-0. Shocking, isn't it? Green drives the Mendoza pitch deep. This won't be a long single. This is number 18 on the year for Green. We're tied at 1. Bottom 7, Jays up 2-1. Bases loaded for Green again. Green wondering where my dog's at. Taking the Mike Stanton pitch deep for a grand slam home run. He's doing it all. Blue Jays were up 6-1. Bottom 8, Jays were up 9-3. Tony Phillips just called up facing Mike Buddy. Buddy is no friend to Phillips. Oh, wow, on the shoulder. And look who's heading toward the mound before going to first. Okay, just a little warning. And then Phillips gets into it and has some words for the Yankee bench. Top 9, Jays up by 3, 2 outs, 2 batters after a O'Neill homer. Quantrill hits Tim Raines with a pitch. Paul O'Neill, focused, Billy. He's always focused. 9-6, Toronto wins, beats the Yankees.
He's never played more than 144 games in his big league career. Top of 2, scoreless. First and second for the Yanks and Scott Brocious off Tony Phillips' glove. Jay's second error of the game. Yanks up 1 love. Top of 5, Paul O'Neill at third. Tino to right. Jose. 5th error of the year for Jose. The Blue Jays' 3rd of the game. Yanks up 2-1. Bottom 5, Jays down 3-1. El Duque strikes out Sean Green. El Duque wins 7. Meanwhile, Bernie, that's a Yankee cranky batting cleanup solo shot. He was 3 for 5, batting .358. Top of the 8th, and the Yanks load the bases. And Tim Raines says, take that. Grand slam, 6th career. Yanks win 10-3. They haven't lost 3 in a row since the first 3 games of the season. They're 6.
His throws from second to first, he says that's taken care of. He was on third, Jeter's on second, O'Neill's on first, and Tito's going to center. Shannon Stewart makes a nice catch. Knobloch would tag and score on the play, and the Yanks go up 1-zip. Bottom 3, Pettit's up 0-2. Tony Phillips is back.
Now, please, I thought the rules were supposed to be that hitters can't step out. He's in a stretch. Chuck Merriweather lets Phillips step out twice, disconcerts Pettit, wastes time. This is what Frank Robinson's been trying to fight. And Joe Girardi is saying, wait a minute, what's going on here? Now, he gets after 27 pitches and all those timeouts, he gets to Jose Canseco and
this. With Graybeck on first, Gonzalez on second. Oh, my word. His 6th career grand slam, first of 2 home runs in the game. Blue Jays up 4-1. One of his shots traveled 460 feet. Gonzalez to first. Watch this off Delgado's glove, and look out. The first base coach, Jose Cardinal, gets hit in the head. He would go down, and then he would be okay. Bottom 5, Stewart's on first. And we've seen some shots already, none longer than this one. Oh. Carlos Delgado, 467 feet over the restaurant. Jays up 6-2, and Pettit got hit hard. The Yankees win 9-3. Delgado said, I knew I hit it pretty good. Didn't think it would go as far as it did. Canseco on his shot, that was a bomb.
Albert Bell is our pick to click.
And look at this.
Put that one on the board. 13th of the month, 30th of the year, 2-run shot in the top of the first against Pat Hankins. Rolling in on that, Harley, given to manager Tim Johnson at his 49th birthday by his wife.
to just sit on
bottom of the third. Jose Canseco is in cruise control. Goodness gracious, takes Jim Parquet deep and gone. Number 27 on the year, 4-0 Toronto.
And the Cubs.
And Roger Clemens was equally as cruising. Robin Ventura in the fourth, swinging. Ends the inning. Top of the sixth, Frank Thomas grounds out to third to end the sixth. Top of the seventh, Albert Bell. And his smoking hot bat goes down swinging. Jays win 4-0. Middle of the order went 0 for 11 against Clemens. Clemens pitched 8 shutout to win his 7th.
Bragg with it. Bragg was 0 for 3. Sits down Donnie Sadler with it. Sadler 0 for 3. And 327 hitting Mo Vaughn. You'll take that curve and like it, Mo. Carpenter 6 Ks. He leaves with a 6-1 lead and the bases loaded at the bottom of the 8th. Dan Plesac on the pitcher against Damon Buford. Damon tells Dan, "You're not my daddy." Grand slam, 2nd slam of his career, 6th homer of the year, said Buford. I didn't think it was out. I thought it had too much topspin. Carpenter helpless. Red Sox within 6-5. Bottom 9, Jays up 7-6. Pitcher Steve Avery, the pinch runner at 2nd. Troy O'Leary singles, his only hit in 5 at-bats. John Valentin scores. Avery waved home. Shannon Stewart with the great throw. Avery got toasted, but take a look. Avery, who's already scored twice this year, appears to beat Darren Fletcher's tag. He could have been ruled safe. Great throw by Stewart. Bottom 10, pinch hitter Jason Varitek hitting just .232, but 4 of 11 as a pinch hitter. Bigs up on Randy Myers. Varitek later said, I was jammed on the pitch, but you have to go up there and battle. A blown save and loss for Myers. Red Sox, geek. They win at 8-7. Both Sox score 7 runs.
Toronto's his first choice next season. Mo getting dogged on by the Red Sox fans, and this didn't help his cause. He went down swinging 2 for 5 on the night. Top 4, Jays are up 5-zip. Rich Garces, Jose Canseco overmatched.
10 more square. That's
8-0 Blue Jays. I mean, stick a pin in Rich Garcia's. Bottom 9, 10-6, bases loaded. Damon Buford hit a grand slam last night. Buford with a chance to tie this one up. Did he get enough off Quantrill? Paul took a turn quick. Fan said, yeah. Sean Green at the track. And give Guzman a win. He's now 5-12.
6, Mo Vaughn gives it back to Woody Williams. The single, that brings in John Valentin. Game tied at 3. Bottom of the 7th, nobody out. Sox threatening. Mike Benjamin. The sacrifice bunt. Williams. Nice pickup. Guns down Darren Bragg at third. Bragg can't believe it. He has to be held back. Bottom of the 8th, still tied at 3. Vaughn on first. Nomar. Garcia Parra gets around on this one. The shot out to left. 2-run blast. Number 18 for Nomar. Sox go on to win at 5-3 the final. How low was Derek Lowe before this win? Well, he lost his first 7 decisions this year, his last 2 of last year before.
Red Sox winning 2 of the 3, and Carlos Delgado is one of the fine hitters, but against Pedro Martinez, and you can actually read what happens here as we printed for you. In the 6th inning, the bat, he just gets a piece of the ball. He had to let the bat go to do that. The next pitch off speed. Carlos in Delgado DeVita, but Pedro Martinez was the iron butterfly. As for the Jays starter, Pat Henkin.
Well, Henkin only made 1 mistake. This home run by Damon Buford, who Jim Rice really believes is going to be an all-star in 2 years. 25 home runs. I think he is almost the best center fielder in the league defensively. But, you know, he has brought defense along with Darren Lewis. But how they messed up this pitching staff to be 11 games behind the Red Sox in the loss column. Jose Canseco, who at best is a .230 hitting DH, misplays the ball, misses the cutoff man, bounces to third baseman, gives the Red Sox a 2nd run, and then watch this. Tony Phillips, who's probably never played right field in Fenway Park in his life before this weekend.
Just the fly ball by Nomar Garcia Parra. What's going to happen, Peter? By the time he chases it down, Bragg scores, Vaughn scores. Here comes Nomar, Mr. Nice Guy Garcia Parra, and inside the park home run.
First one since '91, hit to Jose Canseco
by Louis.
Pictures of him there. Resting his hamstring. 3-0 Rangers. They're in the 2nd. 1 on, 1 out. Ed Sprague to Fernando Tatis.
down to 3rd.
Throw a bit off the mark. Pulls Mark McLemore. They don't give him the area play. Plus he dropped the ball. Both runners safe on the air. The inning continues. 3 batters later. Sean Green goes to right. Sprague, Alex Gonzalez coming to score. 3-3 tie game. Green's 9th hit and 14 at bats against Aaron Seeley. 4-3 Jays. Bases loaded. Jose Canseco. He's going to the wall. Gonzalez, Tony Phillips come to score. 6-3 the Blue Jays. Canseco's 17th double this season. Same score in the 8th. Shannon Stewart going to left field. Rusty Greer. Shula to the wall. And Stewart's running. He's still running. He's coming for home. The relay. It's not going to matter. He's in, standing up inside the park home run. Makes it 8-3, and there's your final score. Roger Clemens not pictured. Goes to 13-6, allowed 3 runs and 7 hits.
With Texas in Toronto. Bottom of the 2nd, Darren Oliver facing Shannon Stewart. Base hit up the middle. That would score Tony Phillips in 2nd. 3-1 Toronto. 3-1 Blue Jays, top of the 3rd. Chris Carpenter walks Tom Goodwin. Walks Rusty Greer. That was a close one, though. And no doubt about that, walk to Will Clark. Carpenter walks, the bases loaded. So, facing Pudge Rodriguez with the bases full, and Pudge rips a double over Jose Canseco into the right center field gap. That would score Goodwin, Greer, and Clark. And the Rangers go up 4-3. Carpenter would throw 45 pitches in the 3rd inning. It's 8-3 Texas, bottom of the 7th. Mike Stanley, get out of town with 2 men on. The shot is 22nd of the year. Will he be dealt? No one knows. Rangers still ahead 8-6. Bottom 9, 9-6 Rangers. John Wetland in to close the door, and he shuts down Jose Canseco to end it. Wetland's 28th save. Rangers win, and in the process, they snap a 4-game lose.
There's Juan Guzman set to throw for the Jays. 2nd inning, scoreless. Kevin Elster against Guzman. Man on 3rd, 2 outs. Trees died to make that bat. Guzman went 8 innings. Texas starter Esteban Loaiza effective. Ed Sprague choking on a splinter. Loaiza struck out 9. Bottom of 5, no score. Shannon Stewart had the inside the park the other day. This time the single, which is different. but Darren Fletcher's coming to score. Toronto going up 1-0. Ninth inning, Rangers still down 1-0. Roberto Kelly against the closer. Randy Myers, chopper, Ed Sprague, military precision.
I don't think he saw
Kelly gets into second, sliding. He's safe there. And precise. Juan Gonzalez, pinch hitting. Kelly's on second, no out. Gonzalez didn't do much that time. 6-3. 3 batters later. Minute first and second, 2 out. Myers to Elster to Stewart to the end of the game. Toronto, the shutout, 1-0. Myers ends up with his 26th save. So Loaiza allows 4 hits, 2 walks, and struck out 9. A complete game loss for him.
For the Orioles, top of the second, Jays up 1-0. Frankie Rodriguez, ERA over 10, and we'll see that's why. Tony Phillips, one of his last moments as a Blue Jay, and knocked to center. Ed Sprague would score, and then Phillips finds out that he's been dealt.
Were you surprised? Oh, big time surprised. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Well, maybe it's a good thing, but is there anyone left on the Blue Jay bench to play the game? Top of the 7th, tied at 3, Woody Williams, who leads the American League in innings pitched on the road. Pitching there, and Jose Cruz Jr., who moved to center when Phillips left out of there. Nice catch. Pat Mearso tagged and scored 4-3. There's Aggie, Twins up 6-4, and Shannon Stewart punched out of there to end the game. Aguilera, his 27th save. Could he be waving goodbye to Minnesota? Now, he would have to approve a trade. 6-4 the final in that one.